What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 187 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined as always by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Boy.
How you doing tonight, Mara?
We are here.
Yes, that we are. We are here. That doesn't tell me how you're doing though.
I'm present.
And accounted for.
Yeah. I'm all right.
Good.
I'm surviving.
Just don't give up. Don't stop.
To be honest, I was gonna
Work
say
harder.
to be honest, to give up on surviving, I feel like would just be more work on my end. So I guess I have to survive.
That's fine. There's a whole song about it, so you know. But yeah, we are not here to talk about Destiny's Child songs. We're here to talk about the Arrowverse on the CW. You know, Supergirl, Flash, Legends. Oh, you didn't realize that's what I was talking about?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but I was thinking of Journey Don't Stop.
You said surviving.
I know. I don't know why, but that's what came into my brain. I don't know.
Okay. I hear you. But yeah, Arrowverse, Supergirl, Flash, Legend of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois, all of them. Oh, Naomi for a season. But yeah. We're here to talk about them. So let's talk about them. By them, I mean Superman and Lois.
I'd say we only got them.
Yeah. So this episode of Superman and Lois was called what?
The Lies That Bind. Well, not the lies, just lies that blind. Lies that bind.
You lie! This episode annoyed me, Mara.
Why?
Let me be more specific. Lana in this episode annoyed me.
Why?
Because it made absolutely no sense for her to be mad at Lois.
Yeah.
Like even after the explanation, like that's fucking stupid. And then Lois goes and apologizes for it, and I'm like, that's fucking stupid too. Like you didn't do anything. You kept your husband's secret. Like I told myself it wasn't my secret to tell. You're right, it wasn't.
It's still not.
Exactly. Like the fuck. Anyway, let's get into what happened in this episode. So it picks up right after Clark reveals himself to Lana as Superman, and she's like feeling
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and she's all pouty, shit, feeling all betrayed, and he's like, "Did you ever really love me?" Blah blah blah. And like, well, yeah. What's that got to do with me being Superman? Like,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, what did that question have to do with anything?
And he's just like, you could have came back from me. He's like, oh, I did, but you were with Kyle and had an engagement ring on and everything. I'm like, I'm not a home wrecker. Like,
right. It's been some time, and I will acknowledge that.
Yeah. I came back. You were with Kyle, engagement ring on, smooching in the street. What the fuck did you want me to do?
Well, yeah. Super speed across the street and knock him into oblivion.
Yeah, and take off your ring. Yeah. And like
that's probably what she wanted to do. She was like, knock him into oblivion, rip that finger off, and
rip the whole finger off.
Yep.
Damn. I was just saying pull the ring off and destroy. You talking about ripping the whole finger off?
Rip the whole finger off. It's been tainted.
Like you pull her finger off, she can't, put it in places,
She has another.
Yeah, but what if he likes the ring finger?
She has another ring finger.
Yeah, but what if he likes the ring finger on the left hand specifically? You don't know what his kinks are.
What is the difference between the left and the right besides it being left and right?
When you're a Kryptonian, the subtleties matter, all right? Subtleties. It's all about the details.
I guess my ring fingers are pretty similar.
Pretty similar, but not completely similar. It's like I'm looking at the fronts of them. This one has an extra little line right here. Mm-hmm.
Anywho.
Mm-hmm. Subtle differences. Maybe that
Like,
one little line is a tiny little ridge he likes, and it's like, ooh, that's what does it for him. You don't know.
That's a crazy sensitive vagina. I wouldn't even want that.
Clark doesn't have a vagina.
I was thinking of Lana. But either way, rip her finger off and then steal her from Kyle. That's what she wanted, clearly.
But yeah. And so all that happens. And then back at the house, of course, Jordan is once again making all this about him. And
he was like, she just left. You think she's gonna tell Sarah? Bro. That is not important.
This is like not the time at all.
He keeps wondering about, like, is Sarah gonna know now? And it's just like,
yeah. And also apparently Lana's not answering Clark's calls. So yeah,
that's understandable.
Yeah, she's still like,
yeah, she's coming to grasp with it. I'm not saying she's angry, but I was just like, she's literally trying to grasp the fact that her old high school boyfriend, childhood friend, is fucking Superman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's fine. But we go to the at the school. Sarah's ignoring Jordan. He tries to like get Natalie to stop her, like, she'll stop and talk to you. And he's like, yeah, hey, Sarah. And she's like, oh, hey, and keeps walking.
Hey, Natalie.
Yeah.
Like, at least she greeted her.
Yeah. But keeps walking because she's not talking to Jordan. John's on some none of this shit matters. And arguing with the other football players. And yeah, he was getting a little bit too deep and about to give away too much information. They got to shut him down.
It was just like all of this, like, Jonathan was playing like the whole, like, he's like a regular person who just found out that like supers and aliens exist, and he's trying to hold all that in. And it's just like, sir.
Yeah. And so, Lana's also been acting weird, like, period, even before this, because she just got kidnapped and hadn't told nobody. So there's that.
Oh, right. That did happen.
Yeah. But yeah, Natalie suggested that they leave. Like, yo, let's get up out of here. Because let me show you something.
Let's skip school.
Yeah.
Just as Jordan comes back.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah. So then we got Lana at the diner. Kyle sees her there. Like I said, she's being all weird and distant and shit. She asks him if he'll pick up, the daughters from school. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. It's not a problem. He's not going to hesitate to do that. So then we got Superman going to Bizarro John and like, yo, tell me how to deal with Allie. What do I do? How do I stop her? What she got planned? Blah, 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 all that shit, as if he's going to tell him.
Right. He said she's not going to be stopped.
Yeah.
Pendant can't be destroyed. John Henry reaffirms that the pendant can't be destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. So then Lana comes, goes to see Lois, just walks in, just like, I just lied to Kyle, and I've never done that, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And Lois is like, yeah, I understand, but, Clark, you don't need to stay mad and blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at you. He's like, and I'm just, as soon as she said that, I'm like, the fuck?
It's kind of, maybe I missed it. They like, Lana came to the farm, right?
Yeah.
To do all that. I was so confused, unless I had missed that Lana had went somewhere else. I mean, not Lana, Lois had gone somewhere else, because when she came back to tell Clark about the whole Lana situation, she came back in the house. She came back home. And I was like, where did you come from?
I don't know. We can, she could have went anywhere. She could have just walked out the door and went to another part of the farm during all that time. She didn't just sit in the living room. So, yeah, she could have been anywhere. I mean,
I was like, did that happen at the paper? Like, I'm so confused.
Oh, it was at the house. I'm just saying she just walked back in the house, but they got a whole farm. So she could have been out in the barn for some reason. She could have been anywhere.
It just looked like she had like gone somewhere, because like it would, like, I don't understand how she would have came back and not known that Clark and Tal were there. But let's keep going.
I mean, she could have gone somewhere. We don't know. We don't see every time they go to the bathroom either. So
No, I know.
Who knows?
It felt so like she just had that conversation, and then she's like, I'm gonna go home and tell my husband about this. And it was like, plot twist, I'm already fucking home.
You say so. So yeah, then
she pretty much tells them that like she became her go-to person, but she pretty much helped forge their whole friendship built on a lie and blah blah blah.
But I mean, that's what was so weird to me, is like their friendship had nothing to do with Clark being Superman. So it's just
for a quick second, I thought that was coming from like, you came and sought me out as a friend, and I thought she was going to say, and all this time me and Clark could have been together if he had just told me. That's where I thought that was going. I was like, oh, they just turned Lana crazy.
Yeah.
And then she said that, and I was just like, wait, what does that have to do with this?
Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, so then we got Natalie. She's showing John and Jordan her text that she's been working on. Like, hey, this is what I've been doing. Ain't that cool?
She's gonna like
that's dope, right?
She's gonna change it for them, right? Or for him, right? Or make something similar to it. Was I confused about that?
I don't know, maybe. I kind of spaced out.
I could have swore she said she was making it for herself, but then she said that John could probably use it more.
That would make sense.
Than she did. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I understood.
Okay. So John and John both in suits. Got it.
Yeah. I know you're gonna hate it. I'm sorry. You go have John in one suit, John in another suit.
Yeah. Okay. So then Superman then goes to see Tal, and he's just like, yo, I need your help so we can destroy the pendant. And he's like,
well, I want to be brothers.
Yeah. And he's like, I need you to let me talk to Lois, because that's the only way this really matters, because your opinion ain't what really matters in this situation. So he brings him back to the farm. Lois is pissed.
Because she's like, bro, you tried to kill everyone, and you also took my son.
Yeah. Also, Big Daddy Lane and John Henry Irons are not liking this either. Because, they're like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga tried to kill me. Like, no.
Lois was like, well, figure it the fuck out, because you know that the sis is next.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by Sony in any way, shape, or form by this.
Oh, your mug.
Yeah. I felt like I should say that. Thing is how I keep lifting it up to finish my tea. But I mean Sony if you do.
Not against it. But so apparently Natalie needs the XK to power the suit. And they almost die trying to get it out, because instead of just pulling it out, Jordan decides he's going to let super heat vision the thing, and the whole
think about architecture in any way, shape, or form.
Well, not even that, just like putting all that energy into this thing that's produces energy is going to like make some shit happen, like logically. So instead of just like, breaking it with his hands and pulling it out, he into it, and whole thing almost comes down, and
And he super zooms them out of the way.
yeah. But then they drop the XK, so
Yeah.
that they do have, and it doesn't even matter.
Natalie said if he showed Sarah that, she would get back with him. And I was like, what about that would make her want to get back with him?
Yeah, she don't. What, him being quick? That's not good. Yeah.
I was gonna say, just seeing the power, I'd be like, oh, okay, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So then we got this whole thing with Kyle thinking that Lana's seeing somebody, and there's that.
That was awkward. And it was kind of like, and you could tell that's where he was going with it. But I was just like, Kyle, there are so many other things going on in the world.
Yeah. Then we got Lois. She goes back to see Lana, and this is when she does that whole apology thing, and then she tells all the rest of the secrets.
Right. She reveals Jordan.
Yeah.
Is super as well.
But yeah. Then we got Superman and Tal there, trying to destroy the amulet, but Allie shows up.
All glitchy. That girl looked glitchier than broken mods on the Sims 4.
Yeah. And then Tal tries to fight her, but it doesn't go very well. She just knocks him the fuck out. And she almost, gets Superman the same way, tries to drain all his power out of him, but then John Henry Irons, aka Steel, shows up, and
throws
he
his
helps.
Moliere at her.
Yeah. So now they have the pendant. Tal and Superman destroy it while Steel distracts Allie. So it turns out Allie was trying to siphon off their powers to make herself stronger. But yeah, she yeah. Tal takes off. He's missing. They don't know where he went. Let's see.
But was anyone really surprised by this?
I wasn't, because
I was like, shocker. It's funny because I think of him as like our this universe is Loki. Just
kind of. Yeah. Like, less wit, but
Mm-hmm. Because like the three of like with when it was like General Granddaddy and John Henry and Clark and Tao all talking about like plans, and they're all going in circles, like arguing like, you don't need to name call. Like it was just all of that banter was funny. Just it reminded me of like the Avengers, like just trying to not Avengers, just Thor, like trying to formulate a plan with Loki.
I feel you.
The brother that doesn't belong, but belongs.
Right. So then Sarah and Lana have a talk, and Lana almost tells her everything, but then she doesn't.
Because she doesn't want to burden her.
Yeah, I don't want her to have to lie to her sister. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So
Lois and Clark come to tell Lana about her doppelganger.
Yeah, that's a thing. So that's fun. Sarah ends up going with Kyle, and he brings her to this open mic night so she can perform on the guitar for everybody, and she sings her song.
Not just any mic night, it's open mic night at the bar that Kyle's ex-huzzy used to work at.
Yeah, she's like, you brought me here to meet you. She's like, no, she doesn't work here anymore. Like,
when I saw the bar, I was like, yo, Kyle wilding right now.
Oh, your mama can see somebody else, so can I. Yeah, that's not what happened.
I was just, because when he first called her, I was just like, you motherfucker. I was just like, why is you calling this hoe?
Yeah. So then, Allie, she basically drains everything out of Bizarro Talroy, and he's dead. Like, gone.
That shit looked crazy.
Yeah. And that was the end of the episode. That was it.
Because that's how she's gonna get everyone else to merge.
She's just absorbing shit. So yeah, that was Superman and Lois. Mara, who's winning?
I mean, it's different levels of wins here.
Yes.
Like Superman team won because they got the pendant destroyed, but we know that's a temporary win. Tao kind of wins because he's free, but we know that's also temporary. And then there's also Allie, who has this way of siphoning power from supers, which will continue to make her stronger. So
who's winning?
Sarah, for the power of happiness. No, now I'll go with Sarah because I feel like that's a good humble win.
Yeah, that's actually what's going to be my pick too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say Sarah. She performed her song for some people. She got her first stage performance and it went well. Yeah. I was definitely going to say Sarah anyway. So who's losing?
Bizarro Taro, hands down.
Yeah, he died. That's it.
I was gonna say that was a horrible way to go.
Yeah. Well, folks, I mean, that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Don't forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Mara the Shark on Twitter and Instagram. MARADASHARK.
Also, don't forget this particular podcast has a Facebook group. Mara, what's that Facebook group?
Facebook.com/groups/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow.
Yes. Also, if you're a wrestling fan, don't forget to check out Smacking It Raw each week. That particular podcast also has a Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Smacking It Raw. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else?
The Flash will be back next week.
Yeah, so both Flash and Superman and Lois next week. But yeah, I think that'll be it. We'll catch y'all next week. Till then, we out.
Bye.